Hey guys, this is Casey here. I want to say welcome to my YouTube channel. If you're a first-time visitor and you're checking this out for the first time, thank you. And just to get started here, what I'm going to show you today is something that you're not taught in schools, you're not taught in college. Quite frankly, really, there's not a whole lot of people out there probably going to show you this. It's something that I stumbled upon doing a lot of research and just following one of my mentors, who I haven't actually met yet in person, but I've studied him in great detail. His name is Robert Kiyosaki, and he is a multimillionaire in real estate. And of course, he's an investor, but he taught me what I'm going to show you today. And before I get started, I just want to let you know that some of the things I'm going to show you here are probably going to challenge the way you think about money, and they're going to challenge some of your belief systems when it comes to managing your money. So before I get started here, I just want to let you know, keep an open mind to this, because it's just one way of looking at things when it comes to your finances and what it takes to reach and achieve financial independence. And that's basically what I'm trying to share with you through a series of videos that I'm creating, that I'm releasing as time progresses, is how to achieve that financial independence. But you have to start somewhere. And so this is kind of laying the groundwork, what I'm going to show you today, for how you would start your journey when it comes to financial independence. So you might be asking yourself right now, well, what are you going to show me? What can you show me that I already don't know? And to answer your question, it's financial education. It's your financial statement. I don't know if you guys know what a financial statement is, or if you even know how to read one. But I can tell you right now that a lot of people around the world have no idea how to read a financial statement. Matter of fact, and I haven't looked at any of the surveys out there, but I can tell you just from people who I talk to, there's a lot of people who are confused about the differences between liabilities and assets. And I want to cover that with you today, because that makes up a big portion of the financial statement. And once you learn how to read a financial statement, guys, I'm going to tell you right now, it's life-changing. It will change your life forever, okay? Now, 6 years ago, I was literally homeless, all right? And it wasn't by choice, it was by choice. I didn't have to do it. I had to change my situation. So kind of giving you a little background on where I'm coming from here, and why I say, reading a financial statement can change your life, is because 6 years ago, I was homeless. I was living out in a car on the street for about 6 months. And, 6 years later, here I am. I've got assets paying me. I'm an owner of oil companies, real estate, and paper assets, of course. I do have some tangible assets that are paying me as well. But I make enough money, guys, to support myself without being dependent on a 9-to-5 job, which would be just over broke, okay? And you might think right now, oh, why would you say something like that? Just over broke, having a job is a good thing, and it is. If you're an employee right now and you're watching this, man, keep it up, because everybody's got to start somewhere. But for me, working a 9-to-5 just, well, number one, if you're going to go talk to your boss and ask for a raise, good luck with that. I don't know anybody watching this right now. I don't know if you've experienced any pay raises just recently, but I know I haven't. Matter of fact, I got let go from the company I was working with, completely out of my control. And I'm digressing here, so I'll bring it back. But what I'm saying is, there's no control having a job working for someone else and making them rich. You're not getting ahead that way, all right? And I'm going to explain why, too. It's because, tax you got to pay taxes first. You know, you can't pay them last like you can as an investor and as a business owner. And not only that, but you know, it's completely out of your control. If they want to fire you, they'll fire you, and you can't do anything about it. Even if you're the best worker, the smartest person in the room, it doesn't matter. So you want to start taking control of your financial future. Part of that, a big part of it, is in the meat and potatoes here of the financial statement. Okay? Now, before I get started on this, I want to let you know too, I paid off all my debt. You know, I've been debt-free since I was 30 years old. I'll be 34 in June. So I'm going on almost 4 years debt-free. And when you don't have to pay money to other people, guess what? You have money. And when you have money, you can make your money work for you so that you don't have to work for money. And it all starts with a financial statement. So that's what I'm going to cover today, with you guys, is looking at the cash flow patterns of the poor, middle class, and the wealthy, and lets you kind of get a good perspective and a view on just how different the views are on cash flow patterns and behaviors with the three different classes. All right, and it's pretty eye-opening because once you see this, hopefully you'll change your behaviors, you'll start changing your cash flow patterns, and in time, it's going to pay off. Trust me, I can say that with 100% certainty. All right, so getting started here, we're going to cover the cash flow pattern of poor people, and with poor people, they got a job at just over broke. Their money comes in the front door here, and what they do though is their money goes straight to expenses and right out the back door. And it's exactly how it looks. They don't even cover their liabilities, which would be like a car payment. Sorry about that. Car payment, phone insurance, credit cards, maybe a mortgage payment if they're not renting it out to someone. And let me talk about that real quick before we move forward. If you own a house right now, and you are a homeowner, and the reason why I'm saying this is because I talk to so many people who own homes, who are homeowners, and they think for some reason their house or their mortgage is an asset, and it's not. And here's why, guys. Because if you're not renting out your mortgage payment to someone, in other words, if someone is not paying you the mortgage payment that you would pay for your house, and you're paying it out of your own pocket so that you have a roof over your head, guess what? Your house is a liability. Okay? It's taking money out of your pocket. It's not putting money in your pocket. So guess what? Your house is a liability. It's not an asset. An asset puts money in your pocket. A liability takes money out of your pocket. Okay? Now, if you want to sell your home and you want to make money off of it, you absolutely can do that, but you better be in the right location. The markets better be right. You better have a buyer that's willing to pay more than what you paid for it. Then your home's an asset. Okay? So I just want to get that straight with you guys real quick, because talking about liabilities here, and I'm saying that poor people don't even care. They don't even pay on liabilities a lot of the times. They'll pay late on credit card payments. They'll miss a mortgage payment. Stuff like that. Some of them don't even have mortgage payments. They'll just rent. Again, it's money going out of your pocket. So it's a liability. And for homeowners listening to this right now, if you want to argue with me about that, what I just said in regards to your house being a liability, all you have to do yourself a favor, go in and do some research on what happened with the real estate market back in 2008. Okay? Look at how many people thought their home was an asset and ended up having to turn it right back into the banks because they couldn't meet their mortgage payments. All right? Or they got involved with mortgage payment that was actually a toxic debt. Okay? So, and I'm trying to stay clear of arguing or having any disagreements or having to explain myself like that, but it is what it is, okay? So moving forward here, Poor people, their income comes in, covers their expenses like gas, miscellaneous crap, going out to the bars, partying. That's one habit I've noticed with a lot of poor people, is that they like to just kind of put things on the back burner, put their head in the sand, and they don't pay attention to their finances for whatever reason. It might be that they've got a lot of different things going on in their life that they cannot manage. But a lot of it starts with your finances, and then it kind of trickles into the other four pillars of success: health, wealth, love, and happiness. Like Tai Lopez talks about from the 67 Step program. If you don't know what that is, go check it out. I just actually finished his 67 Step program course about 2 weeks ago, and we talked about the four pillars of success and stuff like that. So it's a little off subject here, but getting back to the financial statement again. Again, the poor people, they don't. Their income goes right out the door. It doesn't even cover liabilities. All right. Now, with the middle class, you might be asking what the cash flow pattern is of a middle class person. And again, I've been in all three of these cash flow patterns, so I can tell you what works and what doesn't. The middle class do this. Income comes in from the job, the job, just over broke, and your income, you want to take care of your payments. So it goes down here first, and it pays for your phone, your car insurance, your credit cards, your mortgage payments, stuff like that. Any money left over, though, goes right back up here to your expenses, and then out the front, out the back door. Okay? So guess what? You're not left with any money left over. And if you do, you're spending it. You're going to the bars. You're going out to eat. You're doing things, but it's not putting money in your pocket. Okay? That's the cash flow of middle class. All right. Now I'm going to show you the cash flow pattern of a wealthy person and why it is so different and so. I don't know the word I'm looking for here. I wouldn't say it's unusual, but it's rare to see people do this, because it comes down to your behaviors, all right, and what you do with your money while you have it. Okay, so with wealthy people, their income comes in the front door there, but usually the income does not come from like a job. Okay, it'll come in from a business that they might own. Again, that's being an investor. That's investing in yourself. And it can come in the forms of paper assets or tangible assets like real estate. But that's where the income for wealthy people comes from. Wealthy people, guys, a lot of them don't work 9-to-5 jobs. Okay? They don't work for someone else to make someone else rich. They just don't. And that's how you get ahead. You're not going to get ahead, again, if you're looking to get a raise and you got yourself a 9-to-5 job right now, and you want to give yourself a raise every month, go talk to your boss and ask him, if you can have a raise every month, and see what your response is. Being an investor or a business owner, you don't have to worry about that. You don't have a cap limit on how much you can make. Okay? And that's how you get ahead. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean starting out that you're going to make more than somebody who's got a 9-to-5 job, who might be an attorney or somebody who might be an engineer or a nurse